What up, YouTubers? This is your girl Nick coming to you, giving you an overview of what's going on with Vyvanse in regards to treating my binge eating disorder and what's been going on in my life. So here we go. I am on week 14 of being on Vyvanse. I originally started on 30 milligrams. To my understanding, 30 milligrams was explained to me to be just a starting dose to get your body acclimated to the medication. And then after a couple of weeks, we increased it to 50 milligrams, which is what I'm on now. And that was explained to me as being the starting therapeutic dose. So I've been on 50 milligrams for a while now, 14 weeks total for Vyvanse in general. I am tolerating it pretty well. I have palpitations every once in a blue moon, and they're only for a couple seconds. I have dry mouth with the Vyvanse. Initially, I did have some insomnia that first night. I think it was a combination of just getting used to the medicine, and I didn't take it super, super early. I took it like a little bit after 10. So I corrected that, and I get up at 8 o'clock to take it, and haven't really had any issues with sleep directly related to the Vyvanse. I do have insomnia anyway, which I take a medication for, but I haven't seen any additional problems with insomnia since taking the Vyvanse. So I've been doing pretty good with it. It curbs my appetite as well. I do get hungry, but it takes quite a while. I take it at 8 o'clock, and I cannot eat for at least a couple hours after taking the Vyvanse. Like the thought of food is like almost nauseating to eat. So I usually wait until at least 4 hours after taking the Vyvanse before eating. However, I've been doing some other activities lately, and I'll get into that on and not so healthy activities. So I will get into that on why I don't eat until much later than that. So yeah, I might as well just jump into that. So I was noticing that my weight loss efforts were kind of slowing down. If I averaged it out, it was like 0.75 pounds over a week. And I guess that triggers something in me. I've said this to you guys before. I am lazy as hell. So exercising is not high on my priority list right now. I hate doing it. It's a chore. I really just don't like doing it. So I'm not at that point yet where I'm exercising. I'm doing this all just based on diet. But what I think happened, and I'm still trying to explore it with my therapist for my eating disorder, is I saw my weight loss slowing down, and that kind of triggered something subconsciously in me. And what I started doing without realizing it at first was I started restricting. So I basically exchanged one problem of binging for another problem of restricting. And that jump started my weight loss again. And then that's when it became a conscious thought, oh, well, if I restrict, then I'll lose weight again. So I've been struggling with restricting now for, I want to say about a month at this point. I will go, I don't do it every day. Sometimes if I get really hungry, I will eat. So I'm not to the level where I would be like anorexic at that point. But I do restrict, and it's definitely easier. And I'm not promoting restricting. Let me just say that disclaimer. I am not promoting restricting. I'm just explaining what's been going on with me. And I'm sure there's people out there that can relate to this. So it's definitely easier if I'm busy. Then I don't miss eating. I'm not hungry, but I don't miss eating. So what will happen is I'll be doing stuff around the house or running errands, and next thing I know, I'll get hungry at like 3:30, 4 o'clock, and I'm like, dang, I haven't eaten all day. Well, I might as well wait till dinner time at this point. So then I'll eat dinner, and then depending on the day, I may try to pad my calories a little bit at that point, because I realize, once I've put my dinner into my Fitness Pal, which is what I use to track my calories, I will realize, oh, I've only eaten like 300 something calories today. So I'll start padding it with food or snacks like Cheetos, Crunchy Cheetos are my thing. So I'll pad with that, or I'll eat some hummus, or I'll eat like one of those Jimmy Dean's turkey sausage bowl breakfast bowls. I'll eat that. That's like 200 something calories. I try to, if I'm gonna pad, I try to make it a little bit more nutritious than just Cheetos. Um, but I'll do that, or I'll still have an after dinner snack, but I won't necessarily pad my calorie count. For example, so yesterday I was very busy. I had 2 doctor's appointments, and oh man, they're doing this emergency testing of the text system. It's really annoying. Um, so I was really busy. I had 2 doctor's appointments. I saw my nutritionist. I did let her know that I was restricting. So we're kind of changing our focus to try to work on things that I can eat on the go. Um, and then I had an appointment with my GI doctor because I've been having some stomach pain for a couple months. And it's literally stomach, like over here where your stomach is, not just generalized abdomen. So she thinks it's gastritis, which is just an inflammation of your stomach lining. Um, because I was on antibiotics like 3 times within a 4-month period for recurrent UTIs. So she thinks it's induced by that. So she wants me to take, oh, what is the name of the medicine? Some kind of like, it's like a pill, but it's like a Maalox, and she says it's real sticky and coats the lining of the stomach. She wants me to take that like 2-3 times a day, and then add on Zantac at night in addition to the Dexilant that I'm already on. So that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I hate the idea of going on more medications because I'm already on a shit ton, but we'll see if I do it. If I'm hurting bad enough, I'll do it. Um, and then if I do it and I don't get better in a couple weeks, then she wants to do an endoscopy, which my husband is like freaking out about because if you guys have checked out my other videos, so 2 years ago, I was trying to lose weight and got the Orbera weight loss balloon put in, and I did not tolerate it at all. So I had them take it out, but when I had them take it out, I apparently aspirated. No one told me, so I went home, tried to manage it, spiked a fever the next day, ended up in the ICU and almost died. So anytime I mention endoscopy to my husband, he freaks out, understandably. So that's what's going on there as a side tangent as I'm looking up my calorie count for yesterday. So yesterday I went all day without eating, and I ate dinner at about 6:30ish. I had some veggie tacos, so I had like a low carb tortilla wrap. I had 2 of them with some guacamole and some sauteed onions, peppers, and mushrooms. But that whole thing was only 287 calories. So then I'm like, well, I should eat something. I don't want to eat because I'm not hungry. I'm trying not to binge. I don't want to eat, but I probably should eat something because I haven't even hit 300 calories at that point. So then I took some hard-boiled eggs, and I don't like the yolk, so I take the yolk out, so it's just egg whites. I had 3 of those. I did have my Cheetos because I just love the Cheetos after dinner. I don't know what it is. And then I had some Dannon Oikos 000 Greek yogurt. So even with all that, I still only had 618 calories yesterday, which is no bueno. That's like half what I'm supposed to be eating. I'm supposed to be eating 1,200 calories. So I'm really struggling with this restricting thing. I know it's not healthy. And then I'm just exchanging binging for restricting because it gives me control over, an aspect of my life. But I'm just really struggling with trying not to do it because I know it's not healthy, but it gets me control and it gets me results that I want, which is weight loss. So it's really difficult having that battle with myself, and so I'm not sure what else to do about it. I am going to talk some more to my eating disorder therapist because we start working on like past traumas, but I'm thinking maybe we should talk more about this restricting thing because I don't want it to become a bigger problem than it already is. If you guys have any input on that or tricks on how to psych yourself out of that thinking, I would greatly appreciate it. I really would. So that's what's been going on with me. Oh, so good news, you guys. I've been unemployed for quite a while. I am a registered nurse. I had a great job, and then I relocated, fell into really bad depression, and wasn't able to work. And then it took me about a year to get out of that depression. We moved back to this area. I'm in Virginia, and we moved back to the area. And I've been looking for work and just really haven't been able to find anything. I've been really picky as well. I don't want to work in the hospital because I have some PTSD dealing from my father's death, so I do not want to work in the hospital. I really like doctor office hours and schedules where it's like Monday through Friday, like 8 to 5 or 9 to 6. Um, so I'm looking for those opportunities. I don't want to do anything super invasive, so no like conscious sedation or IVs and things like that. And then I also wanted to stay close to home because traffic in this area is horrendous. I've gone over to the next county for work and it sucks. It would take me like an hour and a half to get to work and an hour and a half to get home from work. So that's 3 hours a day I'm in the car. Eventually we want to start a family. I don't want to spend 3 hours away from my child. So, I'm really struggling trying to find a job. So I had interviewed with this place last year, didn't hear anything. They were trying to figure out the role. It was a new role in the company. It popped up again on my feed recently, so I applied and the owner was like, "Oh, I think we've met." And I'm like, "Yeah, we have." And she's like, "Well, I still want to bring you in for an interview." So I rocked the interview. It's a part-time job, but it's something brand new for me. It is an RN position, but it's being an RN health coach and doing this machine called ElectroSlim. But it's exciting that I have a job and I'll be making some money, but it's also scary because I haven't worked in so long. And also it's something brand new that I really have no professional experience in. I have my own personal experience. I've been dieting and trying to lose weight all my life. And so far I've been successful this time. I lost a pound from last week. So I am officially down 34 pounds now since October. I could definitely draw on that experience, and obviously my new boss has faith in me, so it's exciting. And we use the Ideal Protein protocol, which is a ketogenic diet. So it's like moderate protein, high fat, low carb. Get you into ketosis where you're burning fat because you're retraining your body to use fat as fuel instead of using sugar or carbohydrates as fuel. It's more efficient for your body. So that's how you lose weight. And there's a whole lot of health benefits for being on a ketogenic diet. You do have to be on it for a certain amount of period. It is usually not recommended for, like a lifestyle. And there's people that, on both sides of school of thought on that. But from a medical standpoint, when it's used, at least in like a lot of times it's used in kids that have seizures, they're on a medical protocol so they can be on it for a long time. But if you're not doing it right, I'll just say that if you're not doing it right, it could be potentially dangerous. So definitely, if you guys are interested in just a ketogenic diet, do a lot of research from a lot of reputable sources, not just, your random YouTuber like me, or you do a medical program like Ideal Protein to lose weight. So I'll definitely be giving you guys an update on what's going on with the job front as well, because that's pretty exciting. And we'll check in again next week and see what's going on. You guys have a good day. Bye-bye.